Okay, now sometimes when you've got a pattern in, let's say you've got a couple samples you want to use. I may have a sample on this SP404. I'll put this one right here in pad 5. And you want to find out what the BPM tempo is. Maybe it's not displaying the right tempo. Well, we'll hit this pad. Make sure your pad select is off. Next, we're going to hit our BPM button right here. And right now we're going to see edit. Now once you see it come up, you see edit right here, EDT. Next, if you want to check what the BPMs are, we'll turn controller 2. Now we turn to the left, this is the half of the BPM of that sample. We turn it to the right, that's the actual BPM sample. So we understand what that rate is there. So we know what the actual BPM of this particular sample, which is right here, that's at 120. This is important to know when you're actually making a sequence up. You want to make sure the samples will fit a particular time. Now, one thing I do have a problem with, sort of when actually using this feature and changing the speed of the sample, it warps it out. It adds some sort of noise to it. It gives it this quaking feel, and it's not really that good on the SP404, but it could be good for something that you want to have an effect on a particular sample, and you like that effect, you can probably use it at some point. But the original speed it works great at. Generally, that's what I always use my samples at, or I try to sample at a particular speed. That's the original speed that I want to use that sample at. It makes it easier than having to use this, changing the BPM of the sample, and you press it down, and you get this little weird sound out of the original sample. Now we're going to discuss and actually do some pattern playing to understand the concept of how to actually play patterns on our SP404. First, we'll select Pattern Select. As you can see, it's lit, and we see PTN in our display. Now, we see the 1 through 12 pads blinking. This means that there are patterns on these pads. And if you want to keep them, you can, or you can press the ones you want to record over. You can always check, I guess by pressing a pattern. We're going to a pattern here, is pressing it. Next one plays next. These are patterns that come with our SP404. These are patterns that come with SP404. And so now, what I want to do here is I'll press pattern select and I'll press record. So now I want to record a pattern. So I'll look for a bank I want to record this. So you see it changed. Here, if I go to bank A, let's turn this off again. Let's cancel this. And cancel that. Go back to pattern. Now here in A, all these patterns are taken up. 1, 2, 3. I have 4 through 12 available in B. These are internal patterns that are on the SP404. I can also put patterns here on my other compact flash card in. So I can select it. If the bank is full, I'll go to the next bank. So right here, back to here in A, we'll press record, and now these patterns are taken up. So there's something on these patterns. That's why it's not lit. I go to B, and there's something on 1, 2, and 3, which you already know. But 4 through 12 are blank. So now I can select the pad I want to select to record a pattern on. I'll select 4 there. And you can see we've got a little sound going on, which is a metronome, which gives us the pace of what we're recording at. And I can press level here, and I can increase the level of that metronome or decrease it down to nothing, or get a level I like for my little clip to go by.